Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
X.
Hi, this is Robot Johnny and this is the Johnny Vaughan 4 till 7 Thing podcast. I am joined by Robot Gav the Woodman Woods.
Hello there.
Hi Gavin, and Robot Dr. Santa Templeton for this rather unusual podcast intro.
Hello Johnny.
Hi Santa. It seems the real Johnny and team have gone to the pub, leaving Big Si without any option but to use robot backups. So on the podcast this week we have more random graffiti, stories from the office Christmas party.
And swans. Don't forget swans.
Yes Gavin. Swans. Well remembered.
I'm a robot, Johnny. I remember everything.
Very funny Gavin. Kiss the ferret.
Ha ha
Ha
ha
ha
ha
ha ha
ha.
ha.
Here is the podcast.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
X.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show. You can relax. We'll take it from here. I've got just the team to do it. Why, Dr. Santa Templeton's over there.
Hello.
And right there's captain of the swim team, Terry Arbuck.
I am, yes.
Hang on.
Sorry, the Woodman Gav's here. Big Si and Little Si in attendance. That's your full squad out today. It's enough to make up I would say a hopeless basketball team.
Yeah, we're through to the next round.
Yes, already. As indeed are you. Thank you very much for joining us. Goodbye. Okay, now here we go. I'm getting really excited at the moment about our Christmas show. It was going to be called a Christmas special, but off common rule, we can't call it that. They said there's going to be nothing special about it. It's really weird, actually.
Phrase description.
No, just have a complaint come in already before anything's happened.
No.
Yeah.
Just to avoid, it's very rare you get a heads up from someone.
A pre-complaint.
Yes. Do not call it a special. We know what you're planning. I tell you what is special, though. Every day, Gavin, the Woodman Woods, serves up a hero, and today is no exception. Gav, take it.
Right, today's hero is a man called Charles Waterton. He lived from 1782 to 1865.
Great era.
He was a naturalist and explorer. But
Naturalist?
A naturalist. He was into nature.
Okay, that's
not a naturist.
I was
No,
going
no.
to say it's such a just one consonant, isn't it? But my God.
That's right. But he built at his own Walton Hall in Yorkshire. He surrounded it with a 300-acre, 16-foot-high wall to protect his hedgehogs. He was one of the first documented conservationists.
Oh, that's genius.
And he said, you may see my hedgehogs slowly advancing from the woods in quest for food. And if you know how to act, you may approach within 2 feet of them and see them thrusting their little snouts into the sward, fetching out fat grubs. But
That's an account. We were talking about a hedgehog island the other day, about how we wanted just to you visit an island, it's all hedgehogs.
that's right.
But he's literally...
He had a few eccentricities which really made me laugh. He slept in an attic with a window open so that owls and bats could fly in and out freely. And it was so cold that the water in the wash basin froze to a block of ice. He said...
Hang on, why did he sleep with the window?
Because he liked to leave the windows open for owls and bats to come and go.
So they could freely
Yes,
come
and go.
It's such an important thing.
He said, having long learned that a bed is an absolutely useless luxury, he slept on a bare floor with a wooden pillow.
Did he?
And his other eccentricities included...
No, but did he keep... The
Yes.
thing is, it's people keeping this up on their own. You know, it's not like just doing it for the public. But actually when you're on your own,
That's right.
lying on a floor with a wooden pillow.
For real.
And thinking, is that an impersonation of Westwood?
No, that's what he was saying. For real.
For real.
That's right.
Go on then.
If it had been raining, he would go out early morning to be among the animals, and he would come back dripping like a dog and sit in front of a fire lost in a cloud of steam drawn by these clothes off the heat. But his other eccentricities
He's
were...
got another one.
He used to pretend to be his own butler and tickled his guests with a coal brush. He pretended to be a dog and would bite the legs of his guests as they came into the house.
Good man. We've all done it.
Whenever he was ill, he cupped himself heavily to cure everything and anything from backache to malaria.
He just uses hot cup.
Yeah, those hot cups. Yeah,
Gav,
that's a proper hero.
just leaving his windows open, his attic,
Yeah.
where he slept, so that owls and bats could freely come and
In
go.
the winter, yeah. His pillow was a wooden
Clap
block.
it in, guys, because we've just done a bit of radio there. Content creeps in.
X. Radio X.
I have one of those instances, you know, those things that happen, and you just know it's going to be a bad day from that moment. I'm trying to sell my house at the moment, so always when you're trying to sell, but as soon as you start getting involved in that, you know it's always... So I get up this morning, go to the shower. Exactly the same time as I always have a shower, in exactly the same place. But there's just no hot water. You're thinking, why? Why? What's changed? I haven't touched a setting. And then you just know it's going to be a bad day. I don't know if you have those sort of moments. And from then on, it really did. It just got worse and worse. And I remember when I used to live in West Kensington, in the mornings, I knew it was going to be a good day. I just knew if when I was walking, to cross the road, I wouldn't have to stop. It just went to green. The green man came on. I wouldn't have to alter stride. But then I started cheating, like sort of 20 yards off. I started sort of slowing a bit.
To get it ready.
Yeah, just get ready.
That doesn't count then.
No, it doesn't. It has to be absolutely like that. But it's weird. So when do you know it's going to be a bad day? Have you got one?
I think when my cat's instantly in a bad mood when I wake up.
What are the signs? What are the signs of your cat's
not
bad
being there for morning cuddles. Lots of meowing, knocking things over when I'm trying to get ready.
Expensive things.
The cat's she's like projecting her being annoyed onto me.
Are you sure it's not the
and
other
then
way
I'm
round?
taking that out into the day.
Are you sure it's not the other way around? In fact, you've woken up quite cross and the cat is actually sensitive. And he's trying to cheer you up by doing comical things like knocking things over, like, this will make her laugh.
Or answering back.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, exactly right. I'll just answer back. I know, I'll just chat to her. I'll try and perhaps she's not meowing.
I've never considered that before.
Perhaps the meowing is like, no, cheer up. Cheer up, Shonda. And then maybe just, I'll just knock this over. Hey! Like a bit of slapstick.
Right. Maybe.
And now it's all smashed on the floor.
Yeah, it's just smashed.
Really
but they might be trying just to amuse you, or say, "Hey, it could be worse. I could smash this," Sunta, just before that record, we were talking about you felt I was trying to get inside your head there.
Yes.
But can I just say, as I approached here today, you looked at you. Even your hair looked slightly grumpy. Just at the back.
My hair looks grumpy.
Just at the back, I knew you were going to be slightly grumpy today. Your cat knew it as well.
Apparently so.
But you think, you talk about trying to get inside your head. Do you know what?
Yeah.
I was once, because I talk pretty well non-stop drivel, and I do go in funny places. I'm like a tangential giant. And I was once coming back from filming Mudmen, the popular History Channel show, and I was in a van with the crew. And it's the worst conversation I've ever been in. And it took me a while to realise that actually I was a victim here of bullying. And Steve, who I did the show with, he suddenly goes, because I was talking about Leftovia, my imaginary state I created for the kids to explain the world.
Yeah.
And Steve goes, do you know what? Sometimes I'd love to be in your head just for 30 minutes, just to see what it's like. And then someone else went, no way. You couldn't take it. You couldn't handle it, mate. You couldn't handle it. 15 tops. And the Scots bloke goes, should that? A minute? No, I could do. And then they start having a debate. They go, no, you could do longer than a minute. Think about it. I was just sitting there, just looking at the people around the car, just debating how long they could handle it.
How long they could stand to be in there.
To be in my head. They were sort of going, no way. I reckon it depends. If I'd had a few drinks, I'd probably take about... They were really breaking it down of how long they could do. If you had a few drinks, as long as you were with people, you could probably do 5 max.
If you could share the load.
Yeah, in the end, if I'd turn around and go, do you mind? I said, do you mind? I've got to live in here. It's just really bad.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
I'm just saying, I think you should be a bit more focused. That's all, Simon. Oh God, did that leak out on air? No, just saying, look, come on. No, I'm just saying, familiarity breeds contempt, doesn't it? And that's an example. That's why occasionally you have to be ostracised. Just do your job and shut up. Hello there. Hi, great afternoon.
A culture of bullying.
A culture of bullying existed on the show where several complaints were made. One producer said they kicked him in the shins and received a Chinese burn.
And pushed him around a lot.
Woogies, noggies and camel bites on his thighs. Okay, here we go. It's time for Random Graffiti. Random graffiti, seemingly meaningless. Random graffiti, why don't you send it in to us? We're going to have to do that again.
No, we don't.
Yes, we are. It comes in so fast. Start it again. Okay, random graffiti, seemingly meaningless.
Random
Graffiti, why don't you send it in to us? That's live, that jingle. We didn't pre-record that. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely live. We don't pre-record.
No one would have had a clue.
Okay, it all started when I saw the word lager written on a wall in New York subway-style graffiti.
Yep.
Then you sent in your examples of odd and often meaningless graffiti, and it's really grown from there, and it really is the scrawling sensation, the scoop of the nation.
Yeah, Toy Story 2 was okay. We had that.
We've had that. Rob saw your nan drives transit vans for £1 an hour on a bridge in Liverpool. On the wall of Victoria Station, Charlotte from Dartford saw it only takes a minute, girl. Tim saw outside the BHS in Woolwich, it doesn't take long to buy nylon socks. Okay, here's the deal. I saw written on a wall, which I thought was fantastic. It just said, hats off to Larry.
That's a bit weird.
Right.
Yeah, so I was laughing about it at the pub. I was going, yeah, I saw his graffiti. It said, hats off to Larry. And this old boy said, no, that's a song. That's a song. And I said, you're kidding. So when I got home, I listened to this song, Hats Off to Larry.
Well, you searched it.
Yeah, I searched it, yeah. I'll tell you. It's a song by Del Shannon who did Runaway. And I listened to this song, and I laughed. I'm not kidding, because this song has a paradigm in it that lies outside all the intent of all other songs. The sentiment of this song, you will
Unique.
not, is absolutely unique and hilarious.
Yeah.
It really is. I had to listen to it again and again just to make sure
Have you got
I
a
hadn't
clip?
just dreamt that. I've got a little side to get it, so you're now going to hear a burst of Hats Off to Larry. Check every lyric, because it's too good. Here we go.
Once I had a pretty girl, her name it doesn't matter. She went away with another guy, now he won't even look at her. Hats off to Larry, he broke your heart, just like you broke mine when you said we was hard. He told you lies, so it's your turn to cry, cry, cry. Now that Larry said goodbye to you.
Hey! Hats off to Larry!
So it's a revenge song.
It's a song about just a guy who's had his heart broken by a bird. He's run off with another guy who's then actually done the same to her. And he's just saying, hats off to Larry. He broke your heart.
What's the German word for being pleased with somebody else?
Schadenfreude.
That's that in a song.
Shameful
isn't it?
joy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, I couldn't believe it. The fact that someone's actually written it on a bridge. And
That's
it gets.
incredible.
But here's the process, right? Let's just think about this in terms of human energy, right? Let's think about this. A guy writes hats off to Larry on a wall, yeah? No, years ago, Del Shannon writes a song. Yeah? He just writes that song. So that's just a man alone writing a song, yeah? Then that song carries on. It means enough to someone. This is how creative energy carries on. That a guy decides to write hats off to Larry on a wall.
Because he's been spurned.
I see it and think it's utterly random graffiti. Yeah. For an item I'm doing on the radio. I then go, I just think that's great random. And then someone then says, no, it's a song. I go home and listen to it, laugh my head off, come on the radio here, and now, the song was from 1962. That song, all those, 55 years later, here we are, Radio X, playing Del Shannon's song, laughing head off, and all. Isn't that amazing? The chain of that. Del Shannon would never have seen that coming.
No.
There's no way. But isn't that amazing? That's just from a man alone writing a song. How incredible.
So we want to hear some more from you guys.
We certainly do, Gav. Let us know your acts of random graffiti, 83936.
I love what Jenny sent in.
What she sent in?
She saw this written down. Paul is a fat, sweaty Pokemon.
X. Radio X.
Random graffiti. Random graffiti. Seemingly randomless. Random graffiti. Random graffiti. Why don't you send it in to us? I think that works, guys.
It just rolls off the tongue.
It really does. Okay, I would advise you to pull over if you're driving. If you're handling any heavy machinery, definitely put it down. If you really do it, because I've got something it's unbelievable. Gav was lying on the floor for other reasons. So it's bad back. Okay, here's some of the ones we've had in before I build up to the big one. Written on a bed sheet hung outside a house on the main road into Swansea. Someone has written on this sheet, her deeds would shame This isn't even the big one yet. Her deeds would shame the devils in hell. Aaron in Merthyr Tydfil just comments, there's a lot gone on there. There is, and that's what we like. It's what I call Hopper-esque. You just get a little frame and narrative, and you want to know what happened before, what's going to happen after.
Yes.
Go on. Like the artist Hopper, sorry. Go on.
Wowzer in Edinburgh has sent in some random Harry Potter graffiti.
What does it say?
In a toilet cubicle wall on the building site, Big Steve thinks Quidditch is real. Big Steve was the project manager.
Big Steve thinks the Quidditch is real. He was the project manager.
Go on, Gav.
Brilliant.
Big Steve thinks Quidditch is real.
Oh dear.
I don't know if I can handle this now. Big Steve thinks that Quidditch is real. Okay, I'm going to get through this, okay? I saw in a nasty pub in Bristol, scrawled on a cubicle wall, and let's just say brown marker. All right?
Okay. Oh dear.
It just said, happy days.
Johnny Vaughan.
Radio
X.
Radio X.
Okay, here you go. This is great news for you. This is what we should be doing. People who want to feel better about their body should go to real-life art classes, researchers found. Men and women who have issues with their weight or figure benefit from painting nude models. A study by Anglia Ruskin University and published by the Journal of Psychiatry Research found. It concluded that those who went to the classes the most had a higher body appreciation. Because, if you ever see those, they never get anyone who's like a real hunk, or anything, do they? You sort of think, oh, go along. At school, we did life drawing class, you're thinking, ooh, it's your naked lady. She came in, my
It's more like a Lucian Freud, isn't it?
It's like you don't want to look at. like naturist beaches.
Yes.
So hang on, you'll feel better about yourself
Yeah.
by just seeing another human being
Just
naked.
by seeing naked, but it's why naturists are so happy with it, the way they are, because they just
don't care,
They
yeah.
see bodies that aren't a false representation of a real body.
Right,
They're not
of course.
all ripped abs like on the front of Men's Health and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
They're actually quite flabby with their coracles jumping up and down while they try and play table tennis, or occasionally putting a sort of apron over. Just
Please don't, because now I'm visualising it.
Okay, well, but they do. They only wear an apron really when they're having a fry up, and that's for obvious reasons.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
X.
Here's the story I was going to deal with. I promise you this. This is the new boob job. The world's American doctors are due to perform the first ever man thingy transplant.
A man trans.
On an injured serviceman. He's going to have his rig replaced. He's going to have a new rig.
Wow.
But I just think, I mean, obviously we know the word that rhymes with job I'm thinking of that would come before it.
What?
But if this becomes a new craze and it goes the same way as like women having those obscene boob jobs,
Yes.
and people saying, no, I'm getting a job.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
you know, people like so obscene in trousers. And it becomes like the new boob job thing. I think he's gone too far.
The
Yeah.
tenting
He's
would be
had-
ridiculous.
He's had more augmentation, yeah. So I mean, the birth of the job would be quite be quite an exciting thing. I mean, people just going out and about. It would change the way fashion is. You know, like
Yeah.
sort of cleavage. It would really change it. Like people might even have like a little gap in their trousers to show a little bit of cleavage.
Yeah.
Just to show everything all.
Chaps would come back into
Yes,
fashion.
yes. If chaps would come.
Chaps.
How'd you get Frank above the beans? How'd you get beans above the Frank? But you'd just be a sort of confusion of sort of lines there and just really beefed up. People going, no, I think he's gone too far.
There'd be
Do you
no
like that?
confusion
Do you like
anymore.
that? I think it's obscene.
And people who are really old school go, nah, it's just not as realistic, is it?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
right.
yes. I prefer the real thing because it's not like
It's not real.
I tell you the weird thing about women who do have boob jobs is they're more inclined to say to friends, "Go touch them. They're fine. Touch them."
Yeah.
Whereas no one ever says that with real boobs.
No.
No, they're real. Check them out.
That's right. Yeah.
But no one says, "No, they're fake. Check them out." Well, if they do say they're real, check them out. You're really in luck.
Yeah.
But I think what it means is they feel that a part of their bodies has become like a fashion. It's like a handbag.
It's not part of
Yeah.
them anymore.
Yes, he's not part of them anymore.
Or a hat.
So it's like,
Yeah.
no, check them out, feel them.
Yeah.
Your story is, no, she's quite happy for people to feel them. But imagine if it's the same there. Is that real or fake? That's fake, check it out. Letting your mates feel it. Go check it out, it feels just normal.
Yeah.
Have I crossed the line?
Maybe,
Casey?
yeah.
I'm commenting on it. I'm commenting on an article in the Times.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
I was hearing the gossip about the office party. These are some of the snippets I heard around the office. Big Si almost killed a guy,
Wow.
which was sort of like Brick Tamlin.
Yeah.
I did, with a trident. I also heard Little Si owned the dance floor.
Yes. I heard that.
Yeah. That was from one of the tech department, though, so
Yeah.
you never know what they mean by ownership. Do you know what I mean? Because he's also quite tight with them, and he sort of hangs around in IT a bit. So
I heard he
don't
just
know.
rented it.
He's like the pretty boy of IT. Yeah, he rented.
He had a lease.
He had a lease, yeah. With a view to...
With an option to buy.
Someone's been watching Fletch again. You want to go down and check your... And I also heard Sunta was epic, and you busted a bit of Dolly Parton out there.
Yes, I did.
Do you know something? I thought we should start next week. Big Si's going to have a word with Mike, the music guy, just to see if we can't have one office party classic. I don't want Christmas hits, but just one office party classic, just to get the feeling right. What else do you go with? What happened with the set? Did you go with House of Pain?
No, because it got played twice before my set started. So through the night, I had it in my head I was going to start my set with House of Pain.
It's kind of obvious, though. It is
Yes,
kind of
but
obvious.
it was going to be like my big opening moment, and Toby Anstis played it.
Quite fitting, though. You've been down to Heart. I only say it because Big Si and Little Si used to work there, so they're still a little bit, attached. And I was ex-Capital. It's like rival clubs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
But I had a great time.
You had a really good time.
Yeah.
Did you get a bit squiffy?
A little bit of squiffy.
Did you?
A little bit of squiffy.
Are you one of those just add alcohol evil twin women? No, are you? Once you're on the lady petrol.
No, not at all.
Is
I'm
it-
just me, but better.
Are you? Really? You couldn't be better.
Sunta 2.0.
Yeah. Are you? Do you become Sunta 2.0? Oh, very good, Gav.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
Do you know, I was once sick on the disco waltzer at Derby Fair. I've been to Disneyland. I thought I'd overcome my dizziness because I get really bad dizziness. It makes me really sick. So I've avoided things that go round and round for years. I get very bad motion sickness. It's like merry-go-rounds. They're right out for me.
Yeah.
I have to, if I go to a fair with the kids, when they're kids, I used to have to try and get someone to go on with them because I can't do it. I just stand and wave. And even that makes me feel quite ill.
Just watching.
Yeah. So disco was. But anyway, I went to Disneyland in America. And then I came back and I thought, well, I've been on the roller coasters. I didn't realise it was. I thought it was just motions. I thought I've overcome it. Brilliant. I was at a mate of mine's house in Derby. I thought, well, I'll go on the waltzers.
Bad idea.
Yeah, it was. So we were sitting there, and I said to this guy who's quite fat and had bare chest, I just give it everything you got.
Oh, no.
We could take it. I was really showing off because you know what I mean. It's like when once it's classic boys. Once it's like my son. Once he'd overcome my daughter swam instantly. Girls are much more gutsy like that.
Yeah.
Boys are a bit sort of cowardly at first, but once they get the knack, then they're really confident and much more bullish with it.
Yeah.
So I was like that. I thought, now I've conquered it. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Not realising I actually hadn't. And we were spinning round and round, and I was just feeling iller and iller. I mean, really, literally, as soon as it started, I got that thing.
Yeah.
And I was sick, and I know, really bad. And I looked at the guy because I said, "Please make it stop." He looked at me and said, "You paid your money, you can bloody well suffer." Like that.
Was he giving you extra spins?
He's giving me extra spins. I was going, "Stop it!" And my mate Eddie was with her sister, and then my sister. They were loving it. Going, "Stop it!" I was just feeling awful. And
Was he showing off by standing on it as well?
No,
while
he
did
shouldn't
it?
have done it because I got up, I just sick all over him. But all over him. I mean, properly.
Oh,
and
dear.
then he tried to chase me a bit. He sort of waddled down. And in the end, I hid behind a caravan where I lay on the ground for like an hour and a half.
To
While
recover.
the world was still spinning, yeah.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. I thought I could take on those rocking boats.
Yes.
Same thing happened when I was right at the up point.
Oh, no.
But as everyone was looking up, the look in their faces.
Oh, God.
Spectacular. That's I'm a bit wimpish, really, aren't I? It's pathetic, really. But at least I'm manly enough to admit it.
I saw a guy who was working on the octopus. You know the octopus?
Yeah, I love it.
And as it came round, when it goes up a bit,
Yeah.
someone was sick out of one of the pods.
Yeah.
And it landed on his chips.
And what did he say?
And he said, "Oh, for God's sake, not again!"
Wow.
X. Radio X.
Yesterday, I was having lunch with Big Si and Little Si. And Big Si and I were agreeing on something. And it's but normally we argue, we have a lot of conflict.
Yes.
And I said, it's all right. Big Si says to me, so we're singing from the same hymn sheet. I go, yeah, sorry, we are sitting around the same campfire, mate. And then he goes, what was it? So ridiculous. Like, we're eating beans out the same cooking pot.
We're pulling on both ends of the same piece of string.
Yeah. I mean, I was saying, our wagon's being pulled by the same two doggies. And we just got into this stupid kind of redneck, what you got here, mate, we're sipping from the same stream, boy. Just always made it say, I agree with you. But then, after about, 20 minutes of this rubbish, and it was absolutely rubbish,
Yeah.
we're saddled up to the same pony. I'll tell you now.
We're wearing the same suit.
Yeah, we're heading towards the same sunset.
We're riding the same motorcycle.
Yeah, we're riding an identical motorcycle. Anyway, but we had this, we actually started a big laughing fit.
Yeah.
And then, at the end of it, I said, what were we agreeing about?
Forgotten.
No, I couldn't have a clue. It was something, the worst thing was it was something really good. Anyway, if you've got any agreement analogies that sound really, 83936 or at Radio X, tweet them, but keep them clean.
Yeah.
I don't want any,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even start. Here's a beauty from Jamie. We're suckling from the same duckling.
It rhymes.
Which is very, very good indeed.
We're hugging the same Wookiee.
Have you got?
That's from Ian in Surrey. That's brilliant.
The same Wookiee. I've got. This is a beauty. This is too good because it's two things, two disciplines combined. We're kissing the same ferret.
Oh,
Liam from Liverpool.
He's been listening.
Bring it in.
X. Radio X.
Breathe Life, Jack Garrett. I tell you what, that's got a bit of early 80s vibe to that.
it really has.
It's getting a little bit on the...
It's getting quite jazzy in there, wasn't
There's a
it?
bit of jazz, a bit Earth, Wind and Fire in there. But can you imagine Doobie in your funk? Ho-ho, WFNK, we funk.
Tear the roof off the sucker.
Gots to wear your sunglasses. Gots to look cool. Ho-ho, WFUNK, we have taken controllers to bring you this special show.
Blue Magic, David Bowie.
Ooh, it was cool.
Oh!
Uncut funk, the bomb. Sorry, it's from Parliament. P-Funk.
It is.
If you really want a tune, Parliament P-Funk.
Yeah.
I want the bomb, I want the P-Funk. I like my funk uncut.
So do I.
So it's about time we got into some phonetic alphabet fun. Yes, indeed. Not since 1956 have they bothered to change the phonetic alphabet. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, etc. But that is about to change. Every week we get your nominations in for the all-new phonetic alphabet. This week, UVW. Last week was QRST. Just in case you missed the denouement of that. Quinoa, Quickie, Quaver, Quiff, Rodney, Rucksack, Razzle, Racy, Sporran, Sweaty, Slinky, Seaside, and T's been shut down now. That's Techno.
That's never changing.
That's never changing. As soon as it came in, it was really all over for the T's. The others are still nominations. We will have the big ceremony. It'll be a black tie event televised, but everyone will wear tartan jackets.
Yeah.
Okay. Has to be tartan jackets for it. But bow ties must be black. Okay, you ready for this? Today, UVW, some fantastic nominations, including Kiss the Ferret, has actually tweeted in, which is one of the most exciting things to ever happen. I'll come to that in a second. First of all, Cass, J85, Unicorn for Jazzle Winklepicker.
They're all good.
Oh, I like
stuff.
Very good.
Stuff. I've also got, I'm going to go through some really quickly here. Jenny Flower C says, how about Unisex Vajazzle Wannabe? Excellent. I've got U-Bend, Vimto and Waxed.
I like Vimto.
Vimto's very good, Dave. I'm going to make an entry there.
I like Tony and Devon.
Go on.
Umbongo Viagra Wagon Wheel.
Wagon wheel.
Wagon wheel, I like immensely.
Umbongo Viagra wagon wheel.
Yeah, Umbongo. I hope we haven't done it already. I've got Unicorn, Velour, and Whippet. I think Whippet's good. Whippet might make it on there. Stunts, what you got, babe?
Another unicorn, also Vixen and Wok from Leon.
They're good.
Wok is excellent.
I like Phil's ones, sitting in traffic. Udders, Viking, Wagamama.
I like Ugly Viagra Womble.
Yeah.
I think this is Ugly Viagra Womble Womble Viagra Ugly. That's good.
That's very good.
I think we'll put Viagra in there. And I think I'm going to put all three of those in there, actually, which is a very rare sweep for that man. Who said that one? It's Simon Littlehampton. Good work, Si.
I like Dave in Cheshire. He's saying U-bend, Velcro, Wazzock.
Wazzock.
Wazzock is a great word.
You great spawny-eyed, parrot-faced Wazzock, I think. That was from Capstick Comes Home. We got, what was the other V you had in there, Gav?
That one was Velcro.
Oh, Velcro. I like
Sounds like a phonetic alphabet word, doesn't it?
It does.
Velcro.
Very good.
Yeah.
This is. But just do it again, Gav. You're very good at this.
U-bend, Velcro, Wazzock.
You've been Wazzock. This is Wagon Wheel and Bongo Vimto. Come in, please. That's very good. That's already kind of working for me. Suns, what else you got, babe?
Jeremy suggesting voluptuous.
I like voluptuous.
Yeah.
Vixen. I'm gonna put that in on my own.
Also, whisper and whim.
Yeah, they're good. Useless, Vindaloo, Winky.
Gavin, you are on fire today. We are looking at the all-new phonetic alphabet. Hit it, Si. I have to say, if ever there is a day we remember on Phonetic Alphabet Building Day, all-new Phonetic Alphabet Building Day, then this has been the biggest day for Phonetic Alphabet since 1956. It turns out Gav, who's from Weybridge, well, South Africa originally, but then Weybridge, is actually from the pilot belt. It's men like Gav that really do it, or the air traffic controller belt. Any that we've discovered, any Gav reads are good. Gav, just give us a few of the combinations we've had so far.
Itchy, Velcro, Lumberjack.
This is UVW we're going through. Go on, Gav.
Alpen, Dongle, Falafel.
Thank you very much, Gav. From the UVWs that we've had so far today, what are you going for here?
Oh, well, you've got the list. I haven't got it here, so...
Okay, good point. I've got... these are the suggestions. And we're going to have to reduce these down 4 each, yeah? So these are the U's. Undercrackers. Umbongo. Useless. Unicorn. U-bend. Udders. Ugly. Underpants. Oompa-loompa. I'm deleting Oompa-loompa, too clumpy.
Yeah.
I think Underpants is going to be the winner of that one.
Well, we're down to 4, Gav. I'm going to get rid of Undercrackers.
Yeah, because there are 2 of them, aren't
even though
they?
we clapped it,
Yeah.
but it obviously inspired some of the underpants, which is just... Because when you have underpants, we can have what, Gav? What sort of... fitting with our other bit of the all-new phonetic alphabet. How
Itchy, Velcro, Underpants.
There we go.
Yeah.
Or... Something on the spot. He loves
Yeah.
it. Go on, Gav. More examples of underpants.
Okay, sweaty underpants, Velcro.
Thank you very much. So let's have that. We've also got the possibility of Winky coming up as well, which is going to be really good.
Yeah.
We have sweaty underpant Winky. Or cheesy Velcro underpants. Okay, we go. We've got undercrackers I'm taking out then, yeah?
Yep.
Umbongo.
It's a bit, like you say, it's a bit clunky again.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. Well, it's up against Umbongo, useless, unicorn, U-bend, udders, ugly, underpants. I'm taking out U-bend.
What about urgent?
No, because that'll confuse the message. Quickly, guys. Umbongo, useless.
I quite like useless because you can say
Yes,
useless.
it goes with the other words.
Okay,
Yeah.
unicorn. It sounds like one they'd already have.
Yes, it's too obvious.
Okay, ugly.
Ugly.
It's gone. So that leaves with Umbongo, useless, udders, underpants.
That'll do.
Lovely.
That's a good
Okay,
list.
that's 4. Next, V. Vimto, Viagra, Velcro. Loads of people saying Vaughny or Vaughan.
Oh, well,
Oh, really?
No, they weren't. I'm going to cross that one out. Vimto, Viagra, Velcro, Virgin, Vomit, Viper, Vermin. Can I say a very strong section?
Yeah.
Very strong V's, aren't
Really, really strong. And what are you going to take out? Viagra?
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
All right, it's a brand name.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got Vimto, Velcro. Okay, out of Virgin, Vomit, Viper, and Vermin, what are you going to keep? What are you going to reject? I'm going to reject Vomit.
Yes.
Okay, Vomit's gone. Viper. Viper's manly. I like it. It's operationally sound, but and it's got the Top Gun thing.
Yeah.
Viper underpants.
Yeah. It
Okay,
fits.
that's fine. That's going to fit.
I think you should get rid of Vimto.
I'm getting rid of Vermin.
It's another
Vimto,
brand.
Velcro, Virgin, Viper. I'm done.
That's enough,
That's
yep.
fine.
That's it.
Okay. W. Wombat, Winky, Wedgie, Womble, Wizard, Wagon Wheel. Can I just say to you all, thank you so much for these. It's just brilliant.
They are.
So we're going to get 2 out of that. Wombat. We got to choose between Wombat and Womble. What do you think?
I go Womble.
Me too.
Okay, Wombat's gone. Consider it done, guys. That's done. That's done.
Okay.
I feel like the manager in Spinal Tap, they've just designed the Stonehenge. Yeah. Done, guys. Okay, so we've got Winky, Wedgie. I'm taking Wedgie out.
Yeah.
Okay, Winky, Womble, Wizard, and Wagon Wheel are the final 4 nominations.
We've done it.
We've done it. So the final ones are Umbongo, Useless Udders, Underpants, Vimto, Velcro, Virgin, Viper, Winky, Womble, Wizard, Wagon Wheel. Congratulations to everyone who took part and actually got their name in the nominations board. They'll be released very, very soon as we get to Z.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
X.
Arcade Fire ready to start, and we are.
We are.
And then he said that and we all laughed.
Yeah, and everybody laughed. And you know when you catch someone's eye? And once, and I started laughing, and then Gav just cracked up. And of course, Sun just seen us laughing, and Si then started giggling, and I've just gone. I tell you who really gets into conversations like that.
Who?
Northern women. Oh, I've started laughing. and then Mary's gone off. Of course, once she starts giggling, I'm off. I'm all over the place. You know what I'm like? And I've started giggling because the Spanish lads are there carrying their suitcases, stuck in the hallway. And we are just laughing like that. We've just cracked up. And once I go and she goes. Do you know the other thing they love to do on holiday? They love to, I don't know if we've done this already.
The weather.
No, the weather. Oh, it was hot yesterday. Oh, God, there wasn't any breeze at all.
They talk about rumours of other days.
Yeah, they talk about breezes. They say friends of ours were here 2 weeks ago. They said there was no breeze at all. They had to go over to Los Calibos, right over there, because there was literally over here there were no breeze. I couldn't breathe yesterday afternoon. I had to go in the shade. You think you've come to Mallorca?
Yeah, it's hot here.
They reckon it's going to be even hotter next week. They reckon, I couldn't face that. It's too hot.
I'll have to go home.
I'll have to go. It's too hot for me. And the other thing they like doing, you say, no, we're thinking of going over to Dino's. Don't.
What, to eat, you mean?
Yes. Don't. We met a couple last year, and they reckon some friends of theirs bumped into some people who went there. They got food poisoning. You're thinking, that's a year old from people I've never met. You're saying, don't go there. And later on, you walk past Dino's, it's empty. You're thinking, wow, it's really had an effect here on these people.
Yeah, they just
don't
telling
go
everyone.
There. Some friends of ours, they met some people who were here June last year. And they bumped into some people.
Yeah.
And they said, don't go there. She got a dicky tummy. She got bad tummy. Go, it's hot. Yesterday, they were literally up by the pool. You know that bit that's shaded? You can't get any breeze. We had to walk down to the beach just to get...
complaining if it's hot, or maybe complaining because it rained.
Yes. Love that. They reckon it rained every day. Oh, it's hot. Okay, I've got the very briefly, some very good news for all listeners. It's got nothing whatsoever to do with what I was just discussing, but here's the good news. Sharing a drink with friends could prevent early death from Alzheimer's disease.
Wow.
Drinking. Yes, I know. The benefit may come not from the alcohol itself having a protective effect, which it does, but from the fact that people who drink moderately tend to have a richer social network. Hey! A factor that has been linked to improved quality and length of life, according to research. How about this? Moderate drinking has been associated with a lower risk of developing and dying from heart disease and stroke. Moderate drinking, that's a message we try and get across.
Yeah, so responsible moderate drinking is like therapy.
That's how you could see it, in pubs, with people.
It's a healing process.
Yes, as long as you're with people.
I've always thought that.
I tell you something, though, but on this glass of dating,
Yeah.
you're kind of wondering if, it's like the mass. It's like a glass of wine a day with people in a communion. You kind of wonder.
It's like mass, isn't it?
It's a bit of a tip there.
Yeah.
So they just give you a sip.
Yes, right.
Yeah, but you give us an old glass.
Yeah.
I always think of that communion. I always think it's like God's getting around it every week. Go on, you better. Well, I'll get around it.
Yeah,
That's how it is. It's God getting around it, and plus bar snacks.
Yes.
They should replace it with cheddars. Those wafers.
Radio X.
Radio X.
It's time to take a trip up the M1, turn off at the 642 and find our friend John, who waits for us as our Pet Town correspondent. Here we go. All right, John, how are you, matey?
I'm okay, thank you. Well done on the show. It's excellent.
Oh, thanks very much, John. How's work going for you?
It's going well. Different out of my office window every day. It's
Well, you're a truck driver. You got 44 tons you lug in there.
I do. There are two types of truck driver, Johnny. There are those that want to drive a Scania and those that do drive a Scania.
I love that. I love that? What is it about the Scania that makes it the Aristo of trucks?
Well, if with a car, it'd be a Bugatti Veyron with a Scania. It's just, it's the big V8, nice 16-litre V8. It's just the king of the road,
And how many gears? How many gears you got?
Gears? 12 gears. 12 gears, and you've got 4 reverse gears as well.
Okay,
So,
and when people step out on zebra crossings, how much of a shag is that for you?
It fits in the neck, to be fair.
Okay, now you're our Pet Town correspondent from Huddersfield.
Yes.
What's the best thing about Huddersfield, John?
Huddersfield. Huddersfield's a good hub town. It's close to everywhere, really. It's far from Glasgow and Londonish, and it's a good hub town. It's not too big, not too small.
That's funny because when you originally filled in the form, you said the best thing about Huddersfield is it's not in Lancashire.
Well, we don't really talk about dirty Lancashire too much. But,
Don't you?
you do know they built the M62 heading east out of Lancashire. Towards,
Okay.
Yorkshire.
Did they build it that way round? Really?
Yeah, they built it to escape Lancashire into Yorkshire, into Huddersfield.
Hang on a second, John.
First town you come to.
John, is that a fact? that when they built the M62, did they start off in an easterly direction? Is that a fact?
Well,
or is
I'll give you a clue there, Johnny. Yeah, Junction 1 in Liverpool sort of area, and the numbers go upwards. As you're heading. So.
I'll give you a clue, John. Junction 1's in Liverpool. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah,
that's where my mother's from. Right. Do you follow Huddersfield Town Football Club?
The Mighty Terriers?
Yes.
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I won't lie to you. It's not really. No.
Okay, listen. You're headed out tonight. If I'm going out in Huddersfield, where would you recommend I go to?
I would recommend you get on a train and 20 minutes you'll be in Leeds. It's fantastic in Leeds, It's a
We're getting this a lot, but if I am going out to Huddersfield, John, where should I go, John? Come on. Do you know what? You can never pin Yorkshireman down with an answer, can you? Ever.
I suppose you've always got Weatherspoons. You can't go wrong with a Weatherspoon.
You can't, not with the Sharer combo fry-up. Oh, man. Thank you so much for being our Pet Town correspondent. Cheers, John. Take care. Have a good Christmas.
Mighty Huddersfield.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
Here's a story for you. It's a weird one here. Ages ago, I covered the story of Asbo, a swan,
Right.
in Cambridge. You're not going to believe this. Asbo has a kid that's now been renamed, or a baby swan, a singlet,
Right.
a
Signet.
Signet.
Singlet is a vest.
It's a vest. It's wearing a singlet. It's such a yob. It wears a vest
Okay.
and smokes. There we go. But anyway, it's called Asboy.
Okay.
So Asboy. Is it a swan like you? It is, isn't it? The only rock station that plays Tchaikovsky. Anyway, it's terrorised punters in Cambridge. Asboy. He's the son of Asbo, the swan who attacked canoeists and rowers on the Cam. Anyway, scientists found that city swans are more fearless than those in rural locations. So the city is affecting swans. Swans in the inner city are more aggressive than their country cousins, researchers have found. The gritty swans on the mean streets or waterways of the cities are even genetically different. A study has been published found that an average country swan flew away when researchers came within 96 metres. That's its range of a swan.
96
I know,
metres.
that's a lot. Considering we don't eat them.
I live near a canal, and when I walk near a swan, he stands where he does.
Yeah, they stand their ground.
and looks at me and
They
says,
front you right up.
What, you were, you know...
Is that a swan though, Gav?
Yeah, no, it is.
Okay, are you sure?
It is a swan, yeah.
Okay. Urban swans stood their ground until scientists were 13 metres away. I don't know which ones they began, but literally I have to get out of the way for them.
Yeah.
I hate them. It's the beady eyes. When I was a kid, someone said, they can break your arm with their wing.
Everyone knows that about a swan, don't
It's untrue, actually. I've tried it. You can snap their wing. I'm just kidding. Okay, but it is. A mate of mine was rescuing his cat from his cat's called Bear, and he lives just by Hampstead Ponds, and his garden goes right up to the ponds.
Yeah.
And his cat was dangling in his tree over the ponds, which are deep.
Yeah.
And the cat dropped into the ponds. No! So we had to go in there. So my mate Brad, if you're listening, hi Brad, he had to dive in and rescue the cat from the depths. And he's emerged with the cat from the depths. And the cat's on his hand. Yeah, and scratching his hand. Yeah. And he's trying to rescue...
Holding the cat like Excalibur.
Like Excalibur. He's trying to rescue the cat. And he suddenly realises he can't now climb back into his garden because there's a wall. So he's trying to tread water with the cat in the air. He's climbing up the wall and he can't make it because the cat's attacking him. So he decides to swim down to a neighbour's garden. Do you know what happens? A swan attacks him.
No.
He's swimming along with a cat in his hand. Swimming along with one thing while the swan's pecking his head all the way. Can you imagine the look on his neighbours' faces as he's coming to their garden going, "Can I walk through the house, please?" And he's soaking wet with a bleeding head and a cat on his fist. Odd.
Johnny Vaughan. Radio X.
Radio X.
I hope you enjoyed the Johnny Vaughan 4 till 7 Think podcast. Don't